What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing today? It is me, Canon, Mikho, aka Ocean Crash. Hope you guys are doing good today. Welcome to Before We Work. I don't know if I said that already. I'm already forgetting things. Today, I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk about my recording setup and kind of like how I do my things with my vlog on my camera with my Panasonic Lumix G7, if I'm not mistaken. This is a phenomenal camera. I'm gonna go over it in a second, but yeah. So I get a lot of things going on right now with my setup. I have a very old and shitty Microsoft HD webcam that you guys are seeing me record in. I got this thing for like $15 off eBay, and I've been wanting to upgrade. I bought a Logitech. It's a very popular camera. I bought an old Logitech camera before. I got it. I put it up. It's supposed to be this. It was expensive. It was like $100 brand new, $150 brand new. I installed it. It was like trash. It wasn't working. And I had no clue what it was. It could have just been like that one time bad experience that people get, but I just didn't like it, so I returned it. Just reused my regular HD one, and I've just had it ever since. I have this annoying black border, which you see right here, and right here. I get right there, and there's one like right, literally right here, like right this nice little border, right here. Yeah, look at that border. I've got that annoying border all around, because the aspect ratio of this webcam caps at 720p. And I know I can change my canvas of my OBS, that's what I use, to be the same thing, but I have the canvas size of OBS set to YouTube standard. So it kind of doesn't like transition well, which is, it's kind of an interesting thing, but let me readjust my camera now that I'm recording. So with that, so my camera, as I mentioned, my desktop camera. So what I use for my desktop camera again is that Windows HD webcam, and then for my microphone, I have it attached to this microphone boomstick, which you guys can kind of see right now. It's hooked onto my desk. It's clamped onto my desk, onto my beautiful white desk, and I have it connected onto a Focusrite Mini. I'll pull it up in a second. Focusrite Mini. You can see the back too. Focusrite Mini. I believe it's the 4. Yeah, I believe it's the 4. Second. So I'm sorry. It's a Scarlett Solo 2nd gen. And I love it. I love it. It's good. You can plug in other instruments into it. If you can set it up so you can control a monitor voluming system with it as well. So it has a nice little knob you can put in headphones. It's a phenomenal piece of hardware. So I hooked that up directly into my computer through USB USB 3.0 into the Focusrite, which then transitions from there into my microphone through this wire right here. And then I talk and it records. So it works perfectly, have no issue. The next thing I actually want to do to upgrade my system is I want to get a knob control system that controls volumes of different programs like simultaneously. So instead of having like a normal control volume you have on your computer, you can just use the knobs instead of clicking, dragging, and dropping your volume in here. Ding, ding, ding every time you do it on Windows. Yeah, you guys heard that. If you have Windows, that's what sound it makes. But instead of hearing that and just like ding, ding, ding all the time, you just use the knobs, and it's pretty awesome. I've been wanting to get those for a long time now. But yeah, so that's what I use right now. My setup for my recording for my computer. And excuse the mess that's on here. I've been listing a snap ton of stuff on eBay, and I've been selling like 2 to 3 things a day. It's been pretty insane, but. So there's kind of messy like all around here. That should be taken care of actually today. So yeah, so that's what I've got going on for my computer desk setup. My next upgrade will be the webcam again. I want to give it another try. I don't think I'll ever upgrade my microphone. It's pretty clear. The only problem is sometimes it does it in mono, not stereo. So instead of getting this nice high quality left and right, it automatically compresses it into mono. And the issue is through OBS. So right now I'm running on stereo, which is pretty nice. It has no problems. Yeah. So actually, no, I'm sorry. I don't have that issue in OBS. I have it in other programs. OBS is fine. I'm going to shut up. Anyways, so I actually use two things when I'm not recording on the computer. My first one is a used old GoPro Hero 4. 99.9% of the times, I just hold it up like this, and I record like that. And the other times, I use a mount, which I can't find. But basically, I take the mount and I screw it in, and I attach it to my camera stand. But this works great. It's good for on the go when I'm like in very hectic environments, when I don't want to lug around a giant camera with me like this everywhere I go, and I'm recording like this. And if I want to do that, I can go ahead and use my nice GoPro Hero 4. So it's a good thing to use. I love it. I would love to upgrade to the 7 sometime soon, so I don't have to use a waterproof case, and everything's just upgraded. The microphone, the camera, boom, a bunch of other stuff. It's pretty cool. But I like it for what it does. And I think I use 32 gigabytes in here, and it's pretty good. Gets a lot of content and footage. I went to Spring Awakening. That video is coming up soon. It should have already been up by now. Now that thinking about how I'm recording it, should be up by now. So if the video that you saw of Spring Awakening, if you saw it, of 2019, I recorded all of it with this. The audio is not that good. It's actually pretty bad. So what I want to do when I buy the 7 is use my my Rhodes microphone, which I'm jumping forward, but slow down. Okay, I'll get to it in a second. I'm going in order. I want to use my Rhodes microphone on my GoPro. And it's a pretty hectic process. A good friend of mine, Dan David, actually just went through a whole entire process of how we did it through GoPro Hero 7. So you can go check out his video on how the setup is, but I'm going to do the same thing for my GoPro Hero 7. So I've been wanting to upgrade for a really long time. My frame's even starting to break. You can see it right here. And you can buy new one of these face plates. People actually sell them like different colors, like white, black, to change the color, make it look cool. But it served its purpose. It's pretty good. I like it. I don't think I'll sell it or get rid of it. But yeah, so that's what I use for more controlled things. Now, for the main meat Mama Jamma, this is what I use for all my minimalism challenges. This is what I use for majority of the cool footage. If I have any cool footage, I use my Panasonic Lumix G7. I bought this bad boy not too long ago. Everything's in my YouTube description, by the way. My camera, my Panasonic G7. I'll actually add my GoPro 2 onto this video. But all of that stuff is in there. It's molto bene. I love this thing. I love it. I love it. There's no other way for me to explain how I feel about this camera. It's probably the most beautiful piece of hardware I've ever purchased. And you can kind of see my camera right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah. So I love this thing. I have it on a tripod, a mini tripod. I love this thing. I was on a budget when I was buying this camera since I had already spent so much on this camera. And there's two types of mini tripods you can buy. You can buy one kind of fixed like this, just like a mini camera, a tripod, mini or a small camera tripod if you type it on Amazon. Or you can buy something called octopus leg or tentacle tripod. Sometimes they call them octopus legs or they call them tentacle tripods, which are basically just 3 legs like this, but you can bend them and you can actually like wrap them around surfaces. It's great for still shots. So if you're not going to be moving or if you don't want the camera to shake from your hand because you're just like constantly holding it out like this, you have a tendency to shake your hand. Or do you see how my hand's not steady? Yeah, so if you're not gonna hold it the whole entire time, you can use something like this. But if it's not a flat surface, or if it's like something like a bar or a pole or something like that, or something like this, I can't put it on. But if I had the tentacle tripod, I can just wrap the legs around this pole. So I recommend you guys buy that as a more expensive alternative than this. I got this for like $5.99. The tentacle ones are like $20.99, something like that. But yeah, so it's called, this is from iGadgets. Let me undo it. And I love it actually. For the price I got it for, the only thing I would complain about is this wheel moves, and it's kind of like contradicts the whole point of locking it in with this kind of gadget thing. So if you unlock it, it moves around easy, but if you lock it, it shouldn't move. But it's I mean, I do have to put some force into it, but with the camera on there, it becomes easier to move. And what's nice is I got a nice little stabilizer here, so it'll tell me whether it's flat or not. There's a little red dot that you guys can't see because it's not flat, but that red dot will let me know when it's still, or when it's balanced rather. Or, I'm sorry, usually it's a red dot, but here they just added air. So it's like a little clear dot, so you can't even see it if I showed you. But I just screw it into the bottom of my camera, where you put most tripods, right there. So plug it in there, it's pretty great. Battery life, the Panasonic Lumix G7. It's phenomenal. I did a lot of research and reviews on good cameras for vlogging that you don't break the bank. And I was like, you know, everyone complains, man, I want to spend $3,000, $2,000, $5,000 on a Canon camera or something like that. And you don't need to. You really don't. You can use your phone, to be honest with you. But I had been using my phone for some time, and I just didn't like using my phone all the time, and I wanted something a little bit more professional, a little bit more nice, and I had the budget, and I had the money, and I was like, I'll treat myself. But there's literally nothing. You can even buy mounts and attachments you can put on your phones to make them like even more cooler. And nowadays, they're so advanced and so expensive. I mean, if you think about it, my phone is more expensive than my camera. So theoretically, it should be able to do all the work that my camera can do. But no, obviously, it's underrating a camera. A camera does a lot of cool things, but don't underestimate a phone. I know a lot of YouTubers say it, and no one really listens to them. So Panasonic Lumix G7. I love it. It's got a built-in microphone. It's average. I have a Rhodes, I think it's called the Mini, a Video Micro. It's called the Video Micro. Yes, Rhodes Video Micro. I have a nice Rhodes wind suppressor, wind guard. So this is great when it's windy outside. I just plug it in, or even when it's not windy, if I'm running or if there's movement or if I'm moving it around quickly, the sound will get distorted via the wind hitting it. So this prevents that from happening. It's pretty nice. It suppresses it. You can remove it off pretty easily. Underneath that, I got this nice Rhodes microphone. I use this I take it off when I'm indoors, so it's pretty great. But then after that, I have a nice little shadow guard, sun guard on here. Prevents any lens flare. Try still, at least. I believe that's what it's for, but I could be completely incorrect in that. But if I remember correctly, I took photography class. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Please don't kill me. But yeah, so this thing's pretty great. Nice. I can control the camera pretty well, the aperture, the lens length, pretty much everything that I need it to do. Works phenomenal. Turn it on. The selling point for me was, oh my God, was this thing. The movable screen that allows me to kind of switch, and I can switch between the screen and the viewfinder, which is also pretty awesome. So if I want to switch, so you can see right now, so it's on the screen only, the viewfinder only, and now both. Screen only, viewfinder only, and now both. On both, what's nice, it saves battery too. So the viewfinder is off right now. So this is a mirrorless camera. I love mirrorless cameras. A lot of people complain about them, but I love them. And what's nice about them, it's also pretty advanced. Think of it like the Tesla of cars. Maybe exaggerating, but I can't really think of another comparison off the top of my head. So deal with it, boy. So right now, I have a sensor, and I'll show you guys. See these little 3 dots here? This is the sensor for the viewfinder. So if I put my face over there, and I wonder if it'll work with my finger. If I put my face there, the viewfinder, the camera, no, it won't work. The screen will turn off. So if I put my eye right here, the screen will turn off, and it'll kind of like, it'll be smart in terms of, so Here, let me try it again. So the screen, yeah, see how it turned off? So I had it on just screen only. I put my finger here. It tells the camera, hey, this dude's face is in the camera. Turn off the screen. You're wasting energy, dum-dum. So it turns it off. And then I move my face away. Screen turns back on. I freaking love it, man. This thing is awesome. It's got a lot of cool features. I'm not going to go into depth about all the cool features it has. You can find other camera experts on YouTube who will fully break it down piece by piece. But yeah, I mean, it shoots pretty freaking beautifully. And I mean, like right now, I'm not recording this video and I have it on, and I'm just like looking at how beautiful like the shots are like on the viewfinder. I'm telling you, this thing is phenomenal. So I gotta have the mic, and it makes it really easy too. There's just a little switch here. Flick it open, plug in the mic, plug in the Rhodes video micro. Yeah, and then I mean, it's a pretty simple setup. You don't need to go crazy, but again, Panasonic Lumix G7. I'm going to confirm it's G7 because, yeah, DMC G7, digital mirrorless camera G7. I have a terrible memory, guys. I literally have an old man's memory. Yeah, so sorry for the banging. That's my dad. Anyways, yeah, so it's pretty great. It's not just a recorder, obviously. I can also take pictures in this as well. And it works great. Honestly, there's nothing more. There is no other way I can promote this camera than just to say buy it. It's like, seriously, buy it. There's no issues with it. I've had no issues with it. It works pretty great. It's clean. It takes beautiful shots. People freak out. Records in 4K. It's got because it's nice and digital. I can take as many shots as I want. It's got that whole entire the multiple shot. I forget what it's called, but it'll take multiple shots at the same time. Like if I'm taking a picture, it'll take up to, I think, 15 shots. 15 shots. Yeah, 15 pictures. Again, sorry, I'm not sure if it's coming through, but yeah. So, and if I want to, you can upgrade the lens. It's a nice removable. This one's really small, really basic. Came standard with the camera. But again, pretty awesome. You can upgrade that. It's 14 to 42. The lens. Jeez, what's going on? There we go. 1442. The lens. It works pretty well. It's also got a flash. So if we remove this, if I just press this button, the flash comes up, and it's great for camera. It's great for taking pictures. It doesn't work with recording. It doesn't stay on for recording. At least I haven't tried. Yeah, it doesn't work with recording. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. Again, kind of digressing here. I highly recommend it. But yeah, guys, that's what I pretty much use for majority of my setup. I just use the Panasonic Lumix G7, Rhodes Video Micro, and I have this baby going. And it's pretty great for recording all my videos. And if you want to get into YouTube or podcasts or whatever it is, I highly recommend you use this for your video visuals. Any upgrades, I would upgrade my tripod and maybe my lens. That's it, maybe, for better, more clear, distant shots. I am trying to buy a lens overlay on here to make it more like bird's eye view. But really don't need it. Like, really. Or not bird's eye, sorry, fisheye. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this nice little before we work describing my video rig. This rig is great for gaming as well. It really is. It got a nice stand. I used it for gaming before when I was streaming on Twitch. So yeah. So thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Till later. Till next time. Bye. Peace.